we know from teacher award recipients Ministry of Education Malaysia Excellent Anwar Ahmad on the advantage and possibility constraint of e-learning. Educators making a new life habits or new normal for educator and student after this. So I'd like to ask both of you. We start with Zaris. How's your first experience learning during MCO? Are you so exciting learning at home or not?
Okay, first experience during MCO. I admit it is really hard at first, eventually getting better by time, but it is still not the best as we used to go to the classes. Having friends side by side and lecturers informed to ask any questions directly. As for me, in engineering, we need to see the mathematical solution physically, not as in video or online. As it is difficult for us to understand some complex calculation because we cannot ask unless to interrupt the lecturer during giving the lecture. So
Okay,
that's for me.
all right. Thank you, Zaris. So how about you, Mazis from UTEM?
Okay, thank you, Tuan Helmi. So my first experience, I also like Tuan Zaris lah. I feel quite hard to use this new normal online class because I have many issues to be settled in that time. Uh, I have no good condition network at home, and also I had left my laptop at Melaka because since I had an accident just a week before the movement control order, so that I found quite not comfortable situation to this e-learning situation. But once our government give order that we can cross country, so I take the advantage lah, the chance to take my laptop and also sort of thing that helped me more in this situation. So on this scope of e-learning itself, actually it's good and at least can help to reduce the risk to make any physical contact so that the pandemic can be controlled. That's from me.
All right. Okay, we know that all schools and some institutions of higher learning have been open and students can enter such as class, but need to comply with the standard operation procedure is a SOP. So Mazis, is that and have any different learning during MCO and pre-MCO?
Oh, of course, there are a lot of difference between this condition. As we know that we attend to class, not all students can give full attention, but at least we can still get the mood to get back into the class mode. But for this e-learning class, student can get out of mode and able also to all students can manage to be truly focused. They can manage in the online class. This may because of their condition or surrounding condition, right? That also happened to me as a student that need to give more focus on class because I'm not a person that can give 100% focus on the long term of situation. So that's quite hard for me and also give us such a big impact for me to be used in this situation nowadays. So that for me the difference is too big, but by time this situation can be used by our and other student too to what we say must be prepared for the online class by itself to continue our journey in our studies.
Okay, thank you to Mazis. Okay, so Zaris, this may a new experience for all students learning to use a learning system. So the question is how to make sure students really use the online learning system.
So basically, it is new for all of us, for as a students, and also people who affected by the MCO. So how to make students really use the online learning system? For my opinion, students can really use various platform online classes and quizzes such as for quizzes, Kahoot, Open Learning, and many more. On the other hand, students and lecturer can be use online class using online software platforms such as WebEx, Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and so on. And for the group discussions, the students can also be delivering by self-initiative as themselves as they're real struggling for this online class. it is give a student lot of, because during MCO online classes, it gives a student a lot of stress because we need to complete a given task to in the short date or in the short date of completion.
Okay, thank you, Tuan Zade. So, some students who study online are having network problem to communicate with lecturer. Also, the problem of students submitting a assignment or report is due to network problem. So, Mahaziz and Zade, so what are the way to for student to overcome this problem?
Okay, let me go first. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. We must focus on the big issue. The big issue here is about actually when we talk about e-learning or online class, it must very importantly on the network, right? If you don't have any network, then you can go to the online class. That's the more important things for me in my scope to get to tell you guys that there's not no any solution that we can get through until we manage to provide internet in the place we manage to make the studies. So we can make also we can make a contact or we can WhatsApp with our lecturer to make sure that lecturer know that's our condition in this situation. Somehow we do not have any network or any lagging problem. So the lecturer may can give us any help or can give us more time to manage this problem. That's for my opinion is this scope lah.
Okay, how about you, Tuan Zaris?
Okay, thank you, Tuan Ami. I also agree most of Tuan Manziz. So as for UITM, in short, UITM in Faculty of Electrical Engineering, myself, so we have a team that organize and listens to the student problems such as depression, because as their studies frequently being disturbed not just by internet connection but also a family themselves. So student who those who seek for helps or need an advice, they can reach our team, and we will try our best to help those who in need, because most of the students right now, not just in UITM, UTM also I can maybe, because having any issues of the families disturbing their online classes can be much more stressful than completing the task given in short time.
Alright, thank you,
Yes.
Tuan Mahaziz and Tuan Zaris. So